What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about automating your onboarding. Onboarding can be a huge time suck. You get a new client, then you have to spend a bunch of time holding their hand through just getting them ready to actually start working with them. And when you do that, you're not having the time that you need to bring on new clients, fill your sales pipeline, work on new job fulfillment, etc. So we're going to automate the whole process. I'm doing this for Lester. He is in one of my done for you offers, and one of the things we're doing for him is automating his onboarding. I'm going to walk you through step by step a live build out of this. Now I will have a recap at the end. I'll put a timestamp down below, so if you just want to check out the recap, you can do so by going to that timestamp. Also, one quick caveat, Lester is doing this on CC360, which is a white label GoHighLevel that does allow him to create memberships and products, which is how we're going to create this onboarding system. Now, if you're on a version of GoHighLevel like VidLead Studio that does not allow you to create membership and products, you can still do that. You will just do it by using an onboarding funnel. This is my standard onboarding funnel template. You can get this inside of my marketing toolbox, which has over 25 of my top funnels, as well as a bunch of automations, workflows, ad creatives, and much more. Put a link down below if you want to check that out. But let's jump into the build. So first thing that we're going to be doing is creating this membership. So what we want to do for Lester's clients is when they sign on as a client, they're going to get access to a portal where they can log in, watch their onboarding. If Lester needs to upload any additional resources to their account, he can easily do that. That way they just have one client hub that they log into. So we're going to create a product from scratch here. We're going to build our own course, and we're going to do Rockwell Media Client Onboarding. And of course, Lester can come in here and change this name and change anything else. First thing I'm going to do is just put in some placeholders. So onboarding, we'll just put as the category. And then typically what I will do when I do this for my own stuff is I keep this really simple. So the first lesson is just going to be something like called Watch This First. Now typically this will be sort of like a welcome, an intro, what to expect, anything like that. And then we can just continue to add more lessons. So we'll do onboarding lesson 1. Now, these are meant to be placeholders, so I want to make that clear. Lester will come in here and he can go and put in whatever the actual title is. Onboarding lesson 2, so on and so forth. So we'll leave this here for now, and then when Lester's ready to have his videos installed, he can come in here, rename the lessons, upload them, add the thumbnails, etc. So the next thing we're going to do now that we have our product is we're going to go to offers, and we're going to create the offer for the product. So we're going to do Rockwell Media Client Onboarding. Well, actually, I want to name the offer. So we're just going to name their offer Rockwell Media. And then we're going to select the product. This is going to be a one-time payment. We're going to start this off at $3,000. Now we are going to be adding multiple price points here, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. And Lester can of course come in here and add any additional price points he wants. So now to add some more price points, we're going to go into the payment. Oh, thank you for the reminder. We're going to save. We're going to go into payments. We're going to go into products, and we see Rockwell Media. And now we're just going to add some additional price points. So we're going to do, and again, this is all placeholder stuff. So Lester's going to come in here. He's going to name these packages what he wants to. But we're going to do Rockwell Media, 1500, just so we can keep it organized. We'll do 1500. We'll add another price. For this one, we'll do Rockwell Media 5,000. All right, so we've got 3 prices to start with. We're just going to go ahead and save those. So we've got our standard 3K package, our $1,500 package, and our 5K package. And of course, Lester can come in here anytime. He can rename these if he has like package names. I'm just going to rename this one real quick to 3,000. Again, this is all placeholder stuff. So if you have specific package names, just name these what the package are. The main reason we want to differentiate the names is so we can just tell them apart when we're working in our workflows or if we're adding products to checkout pages, stuff like that. So we've got our product. So the next thing we're going to do is just create a checkout page So when Lester's on a sales call, what he's actually going to do is collect payment right there on the sales call by sending them this link. So we're going to head over to our sites and our funnels. We're going to go to Rockwell Media, and I'm going to create a new funnel, and this is going to be checkout pages. And we're just going to put a bunch of the checkout pages in here, well, the 3 that we have. Then we're going to get into creating the automation and get this all set up pretty quick. So we're going to do, when I do this, I just name it the price. So if I'm on a sales call with someone and I've got 10 different prices and they opt in for something that's a certain price, I can just come in here, I can grab the right price, send that over. So we're going to do 1,500. We're going to do 3,000. And we're going to do 5,000. All right, so we've got these 3 packages. And the next thing we're going to do, and by the way, if you're in something like VidLead or another version, or if you're doing this not just through like products, but through sending us an invoice, let's say it's for a custom project, custom amount, this can all work too. You're just going to send an invoice. And when we go into building the workflows, the trigger would just be that the invoice is accepted instead of the product is purchased. But it still you can set it up to trigger the whole thing. So we've got these. So we're just going to build this one out and then just duplicate it for the other 2. So we're going to create from blank here and just put together a quick checkout page. So we'll go full width. We're going to go grab the logo here. Come on, I know there's media. All right, here we go. Grab a logo. Let's grab, see what we have for backgrounds. All right, we'll just leave it white. Move it up. All right, and then all we're going to do here is just add in an order form. Now remember, the way we structure our order forms is going to be based on how someone's paying. So this is going to be something where Lester's been on a call with someone, and he's on the call with them right now. So if this was like an evergreen online course, we'd build out a much more robust checkout page. It would be split into 2 columns. On the right side, it would have a recap of everything. It would probably have some social proof. It would have a badge like money back guarantee, secure payment, all that stuff. But this is something where Lester's going to have already sold the deal, and then he's going to be presenting this. He's going to be on the call with them. So this is going to be a really nice, simple order form. So we're just going to go ahead and do a 1-step order form. We're going to change a bunch of the defaults. So we'll go into advanced settings, remove the headline, the sub headline. We don't need to show company name unless you want to. You can show company name if you want that for some reason, but typically you don't. Email, and it's up to you if you want to have phone number or not. Shipping you should not need. And that should be pretty much everything. Just change the color here on the button to green. Go ahead and click save. So now when Lester is on his sales calls and someone says, yes, Lester, I want to jump in for that $1,500 package, he can go ahead and just send them this. And by the way, we can make these monthly recurring. We set these up right now to just be one-time payments, but these can totally be made into monthly recurring payments as well. So just want to make that clear. Rockwell Media. We'll just leave it at Rockwell Media. Update SEO and save. Cool. So we're going to go ahead now and not create from blank. That's my bad. We're going to use existing. And we're just going to grab the one that we just made and duplicate that. Save ourselves some time. Same thing here with this one. Use existing. Cool. So now all we have to do is just connect the products that we just made. And again, just want to make it super clear, you can do this recurring, right? So if you want to just set up automated recurring, someone's paying you $1,500 a month, you would just go into that offer, and instead of it being a one-time payment, you just switch it to recurring. You can even do things like, let's say you sign someone on for $3K a month, and the bonus or the promo to get them in is that they get their first month 15% off. You can do that as well in there, give them a 50% off discount on month 1, then it goes up to full price. So a lot of things you can do in there, but we're going to go ahead and just add the product. So we'll go over to products, add product, Rockwell Media. This is going to be the 1,500. This one is going to be the 3,000. And our last one is going to be the 5,000. Awesome. So we've got these 3 different packages here. Now let's automate actually giving them access to their onboarding portal. And of course, if we wanted to, we could also come in here and set up a pipeline, right? So if we wanted to set up a pipeline just so we could say, let's see how many people are opting into each one, we could come in here, set up a pipeline. I'll do it just for the sake of going ahead and having it here in this video in case you want to do it. Not typically something I do, but if you want it, well, at least show you how to do it. So we'll do, let's say it's just like package. I will just do client onboarding or client packages. So let's say you want to come in here and just see how many people you have in each package. So then you know, all right, we've got a bunch of people in our low ticket package. Let's see if we can upsell some of these people. You could at least come in here and do that. So we'll do the $1,500 package. We'll do the $3,000 package. We'll do the $5,000 package. Cool. So now let's create our automation. So there's a couple ways we could do this. We could create separate automations for each one, or we could just create one automation for all of them. So let's go ahead and create a workflow. We're going to start from scratch. And we're going to name this client onboarding. Now again, like I said, if you're doing this in something like VidLead where you don't have the ability to create a course to give them access to, you would just follow these same steps, or if they're paying for it, it would probably be an invoice, so they would pay an invoice, and then that would be the trigger. And then it would send them an automated email that would send them to something like an onboarding funnel like this. Just make sure to have them bookmark that page. So with Lester, though, we can do it the easier way, which is give them a portal. So we're going to go in here and we're going to set up triggers for each one. So we're going to do an order form submission, and funnel or website, checkout pages. This is going to be the 1,500. Then we're going to do submission type, sale. So order form submission, and I'm going to name this 1,500. Now we're going to add a new trigger. It's going to be the same thing. Order form submission and funnel or website. Checkout pages. Page is 3,000. Submission type. Sale. We're just going to name that 3,000. So basically what we're doing here is that any of these order forms and any future order forms that Lester creates, you can just add right in here and they'll all trigger the onboarding. Whether it's a one-time project, whether it's a monthly thing. Now, you may have separate onboarding for your monthly clients versus your one-time projects. You may have different one-time projects that have specific onboarding. That's fine. You just create its own, if you're on VidLead, its own funnel. Or if you're in 360 or HighLevel Vanilla or another one that gives you the ability to create a course, you just create its own product. And it would have its own onboarding workflow like this. Submission type. Actually, we're doing funnel website. Checkout page. Page is 5,000. Submission type, sale, 5,000. Okay. Now, if we were going to do the opportunities, I'm going to go and delete that pipeline that I created because we're not going to be using it in this case. But if you did want to create the opportunities, you would just have to make it so depending on which form they submit, they go into the corresponding opportunity. But again, this is not a use case that I typically see the opportunities or pipeline being especially useful in. So in my personal experience and opinion, you really don't need it. But you can also add specific tags based on the packages as well. But for this, we're just going to do a general client tag. So we'll do paying member. And then I'm going to leave this up to Lester to put in what he wants because I don't know exactly how he wants to organize these. But you could come in and you could tag them based on specifically which one they purchased. If you wanted to do a tag for the 5,000, a tag for the 3,000, a tag for the 1,500, you could do that. If you just want to do one general tag for all paying members, you could do that. But we're going to leave this up to Lester. So for now, I'm just going to put in paying member master, and he can come in and add in any additional tags or create any if or else statements. So they will get tagged specifically on exactly what they purchase. Next thing we're going to do is go ahead and give them our course offer grant to our Rockwell Media product. And we'll do onboarding. Now again, as we are building this out, we're taking into account how this is going to be used. This is all going to be done while Lester's on a call with the prospect. So there's less that we have to build out because they're going to purchase. And then Lester's going to say, okay, cool, check your email. You should have a login info. They're going to log in. That's all going to be done on the call. If this was something where you're just sending out an invoice and you're waiting for the client and they're going to purchase this on their own time, then you may want to add in an additional email that goes out with the login credential email. And it's just like, hey, you should be getting a second email. Make sure to check your promo and spam folders. It will have your login information. If you need help or have questions, here's my contact info, etc. But we just built that out in all of 16 minutes. So now Lester has his different checkout pages that he can send people. And when someone goes ahead and purchases on his sales call, they will now automatically get access to his onboarding dashboard. And what this will allow them to do is then go on his website. They'll have their own login. It feels really premium, feels really high end. Let's say he just wants to bless his clients and say, hey guys, I just created a new training. I put it in your portal. That's a great way to get people to keep interacting and coming into your portal. But hope this is helpful. Like I said, you can get this template and a whole bunch more. I'll put a link down below. If you have any questions, as always, just let me know and I'll be happy to get those to you. And now we're just going to do a real quick run through of everything for those that did not watch the entire training. So, quick TLDR recap. We are creating an automated onboarding system. We are doing it in 360, which allows us to have the ability to create products and courses. You can do this outside of 360 or GoHighLevel Vanilla. If you're on a version that does not allow you to have products and courses, you can do it by simply creating an onboarding landing page like this. But in this case, what we did is we created a product here where clients will purchase and they will automatically get a portal where they can go in and watch the onboarding videos. We did this by creating offers at different price points for this product. Then what we did is we created a funnel of checkout pages for each of the different price points. So 3,000, 1,500, I'll put these in order, 1,500, 3,000, 5,000. Very basic checkout pages because these will be being sent to someone on a sales call where Lester will be on the call with them. So we don't need a whole bunch of other social proof and stuff here. The deal's already closed. Lester's going to be on the call walking them through this. Now, the next thing we did is we created an automation. So when someone fills out any of those checkout pages, they will get that offer grant right here. And Lester can automate his onboarding. As always, hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, just let me know. Peace.